Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Here we are again. Hello. Hello. You know what, guys? I'm gonna tell you something. I was for a while thinking about if doing live stream today or not because I felt so tired. Okay, and I was thinking, oh my god, I have a responsibility with my students. They are expecting me at 7:30. What should I do? So I got in and I was checking, is there anyone going to get in? Is there anyone going to appear? And I see that there are 6 people and I'm like, I cannot fail them. I really cannot fail them. I really cannot fail them. And that's why I'm not in my perfect condition. I have to say, I have some stomach ache, headache, back pain. I don't know. I feel like a horse has passed over me. Not in my best condition. Don't know exactly what is happening. But I felt that I could not fail you. I needed to be here with you guys. Let me check the camera. It's not like the camera is gonna make my face looks better. It is what it is. So I'm gonna cover every topic in AQA. That's going to happen, but not in one go. Okay. If I need to cover every single topic of AQA science, that would take me at least 45 hours. 45 hours minimum. I think in 45 hours, let's say 1 hour per topic, I would be able to cover all the content, but not in 1 hour. That is absolutely impossible. I wanted to do something special today because one of my most loyal viewers has asked, and I'm here for you guys, for the audience, for the students, and one of my students, he requested me if we could mark some exams using the camera, and I could show you a little bit how is my work marking exam, how does it work, what am I doing, is it difficult, is it easy. And I understand that you can have some questions about the way we are doing the marking, the teachers, and I want to show you a little bit of that, okay? How it works. And I think you will find it interesting to see how students they answer the question, especially because the exam I'm planning to mark is about one topic that we did here together, which was about health and lifestyle. Okay. All right. Let me try to solve all the questions at the same time. So I have not set up the lights yet. I will be able to do that during the weekend. The website for past paper is called PMT. And I think I've answered all the questions. Sorry for the ads. It's completely out of my control. It's basically Twitch getting... Yes, PMT. It's basically Twitch getting money from my streams. It's not my control. My hands are in here. I'm not touching anything. I'm just checking why YouTube doesn't work again, which is very frustrating. Every time I'm trying to do streaming YouTube, it's not working. What can I do, guys? What can I do? Let's see. I will give one last try for YouTube. If it doesn't work, I will just continue with Twitch and then I will share the video. Don't you think so? In the meantime, guys, why don't you tell me how was your day? Did you have a fantastic day? Do you feel better than I do? Do you also feel a bit in pain? Well, yes. Touching the air, that's true. Actually, you know what? That is interesting because many times people think that air resistance is a non-contact force, when actually it is a contact force. And I always say to the students, like, if you blow on your hand, do you feel it? And obviously you feel it. That is an evidence that actually air resistance is a contact force. Okay. Yes, I know English intervention was a bit long, and I noticed that you didn't write much, which was a bit frustrating. I expected that you're gonna write more. Anyway, so I want to show you how I mark, okay? So here I have a bunch of exams for year 8. Here. These are, okay? These are year 7. We're not gonna do this now. We're gonna get some year 8, which is basically Key Stage 3, but it is relevant for Key Stage 4 because the same content or very similar content is in Key Stage 4 too. In Key Stage 4, those who are doing biology GCSE, you also need to study about nutrients. You also need to talk about the digestive system. You also need to talk about enzymes. So it is quite relevant. Before we start, is my music disturbing you or is chill? What do you think? Chill. Fantastic. All right. And the sound is good? Everything fine? Wonderful. Okay. So before I start, I know you might think that teachers, we mark exams according to the students that we like. But the truth is, and obviously I can only talk on my behalf, I don't have favorite students and I mark all exams exactly the same. When I'm marking one exam, I'm not looking at the name. I am just going through it without looking at the exam, okay? And I want to show you how it works. I will put the camera. And what I do, so here we have, where is the camera? Should be the camera. Wait a second. Let's try again. Normally it appears my camera. Huh. Okay. Alright, sorry. There you go. Aha. Finally, let's make it bigger. I don't know why it didn't work earlier. Shift. But I don't want it to cover my face. Here we are. Alright. Look. Now it is working, okay? Fantastic. So, here I have one exam paper. I don't even look at the name. I just go through it, checking the answers, okay? Normally, I could use a mark scheme and I could use it with those questions that I am not very sure if the answer is correct or if the topic is very difficult. If not, I can just go through it without any mark scheme. In this case, what I want to do is, since I'm gonna discuss the answer with you guys, we could go without mark scheme and you could listen and you can go through my reasoning. What do you think about that? I will obviously not going to tell you who is the person who wrote this exam, but it doesn't really matter, right? It's more about so you can see the answers and you can see how is the marking process, and we can also discuss through what did the students think was the answer, what is the real answer. I think it's a fun activity, it's a different activity, so you don't see me solving exam questions all the time. You can actually see what the students they actually write. What do you think? Does it sound like a fun idea? I'm not gonna do anybody's sister or brother because it is anonymous, okay? It is anonymous. We don't want to know who is this person. We don't want any sort of public humiliation. As I always say in the chat, whenever there is a discussion, here we are promoting love and compassion, okay? Fantastic. So, the question is saying starch, which for those who you don't know, starch can be found in rice, starch can be found in potatoes, starch can be found in bread, okay? It's mostly in carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. It's a nutrient present in many food, okay? It's present in many food. Explain why starch must be broken down in the digestive system in order to be useful. All right? Okay. So the first thing is that starch is a very large molecule. And if you remember, one of the main function, if not the main function of the digestive system, is to break down substances into smaller pieces so they can be absorbed in our body. Okay? Otherwise, the molecules, they are too big and they cannot be absorbed. So digestive system is broken them down so they can be absorbed in our body. So let's see. Starch must be broken down, okay, to digest, as it has to go to the blood. That's for sure one mark, okay? What I think is missing in this particular point is the part that is saying that it needs to be not digested. Starch must be smaller, okay? So we need to digest it because starch needs to be smaller, so then it can be absorbed in our organism. So I will give 1 mark in here, okay? I will give 1 mark in here because that part is missed, okay? Exactly, but well, broken down in smaller. Okay, you convince me. You are right. Let's give 2 marks, okay? Because I see that this person, when they say broken down, might mean that needs to be smaller. Okay, I see your point. I think you have a good point. Okay, so I see that everything I was looking for is in there. Fantastic. You see, we're working together into this. The person who is the owner of this exam owns you 1 mark. Okay. Let's go with question 4. Glucose is a simple sugar and is found in many food, such as sweets. Describe how would you set up a practical to test a sample of food for the presence of glucose. Okay. So we are talking about that test that you need to remember how to do it to test glucose. Do you remember the chemical we needed to add to test glucose? Do you remember the name? Anyone remembers the name? That includes year 9, year 10, year 11. Benedict solution. Very good. That is the key. The key is to mention the Benedict solution. Okay? I always remember Benedict Cumberbatch, the actor that was Sherlock Holmes in the series. Okay? But just adding it is not enough. It's just not enough. The Benedict solution only works in a specific condition. Which are those conditions? We need heat. And how are we going to provide that heat? That heat comes from a water bath. Okay? A water bath. And then we're going to see the color. What color change we are going to observe? The Benedict solution is blue and it turns into orange if there is glucose present. Well, this content is needed. If you don't remember, you need to revise it, okay? But this is needed not only for year 8, but also year 9, year 10, year 11, okay? It's in all of it. So let's read now the answer. I will take a sample of food and I put it in a test tube and pour Benedict solution. I think we can give 1 mark for that. And it gives a hot water bath, 2nd mark there. And if there is glucose, it will sure be reddish orange color. However, what is missing in here, I believe, is the change in the color, because this person mentions that it turns into red, but this person did forget to mention what is the original color. Okay, the original color, it goes from blue to orange, as I put in here. You see? It goes from blue to orange. I put it in here. So I'm just checking now the mark scheme. And I will give the 4 marks because in the mark scheme it doesn't say anything like this person needs to talk about the color. Okay? So lucky this person mentions all the bullet points. Therefore we give the 4 marks. Not always the mark scheme is perfect, but it's what we teachers we need to follow whenever we are not very sure about how many marks we need to give. We follow the mark scheme because the mark scheme is prepared before the exam, and we follow that as a guidance. Okay. I will not mark all the tests. I will mark a little bit of this test because I don't feel very well, and also we need to go. Or today's only half an hour. Plus, we only have 4 viewers today. I think this is the lowest I have ever had. Clearly, this is not a fun activity. All right. Let's continue in here. The next question is about enzymes. Okay. Don't worry. It's fine. Complete the table, identifying the enzyme needed to break the nutrient and what the nutrient is broken down into. I will make the camera a bit closer. Okay, I think now it's closer. All right. So we have nutrients, enzymes, and products. Okay. So carbohydrates, the enzyme that breaks carbohydrates is called carbohydrates, and it makes simple sugars. Fantastic, no question about that. Proteins, protease. Product is not where we can find proteins, is what is the product of breaking down the proteins, and the answer is amino acids, not meat. Okay, meat is a food where we can find proteins, but that is not what they're asking. Okay. Lipids, lipase, that's correct. But no, the product is not fats and oil. The products, when you break down lipids, is fatty acids plus glycerol. Fatty acid plus glycerol. All right. So in here we can only give 1 mark. Okay. What do you think, guys? What do you think about the process of marking? Easy, difficult, fun, not fun? What do you think? What is your opinion? For physics A level, normally I book Thursdays and Sundays, and they haven't worked very well at the moment because whenever I do physics A level, Thursday and Sundays, nobody appears in there. But Ilezi, if there is any question you would like me to answer now, I am more than happy to do it. Okay? But at the moment, the little amount of viewers I have is Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. But if there is any question you'd like me to do, I'm happy to do it. Alright. Okay, Ilezi, did you receive my message? I think Ilezi, she was angry with me and left. I will go soon. Don't worry, I will go soon. I was thinking about going judo later, but probably I will stay today resting. Anyway, explain how the bile helps enzymes to digest lipids. Question number 1. Where is the bile produced? Do you know where is the bile produced? If I do a poll, do you think you will be able to answer? Where is the bile produced? Do you recall that? Liver or liver? What do you think? Liver or liver? Yes, it is produced in the liver. Fantastic. And what is the function of the bile? Let's see. Helps breaks food. Any type of food? No. it breaks down the lipids, not any type of food, only the lipids, into smaller droplets. Okay, so here I cannot give the mark because the answer is too vague. It's too vague. All right. Yes, the bile helps to digest, but what in general? You need to be more specific. That's why we need to use the proper scientific terminology. Explain why bacteria in the digestive system are important. It helps to improve your digestive system and provides some vitamins. The answer is perfect. The answer is perfect. I send you the question. When do we have... I don't want to go and check the calendar now. Could anyone please remind me when do we have Physics A-level exam? Let me see if I can go into Teams. Paper 1 is on Friday. Okay. I will try to make time for that. I will go and check the questions you just sent to me. If you can just hold on in there, alright? I will just mark just 2 more questions in year 8. And I will go and check your question. So, this one is super easy. I think it was a question that it was like 1 mark for everyone, okay? Beer, wine, and spirits contain a drug. Name the drug found in beer, wine, and spirits. Someone could have answered sugar, glucose, because that's a type of drug. But the truth is, it is alcohol. Careful, because it's written without that H. It's only 1 H there. Okay? But it is correct. Let's not be nasty. Let's not be nasty. So, here we have a table. The table shows the percentage of this drug, so they refer to the drug above, in some different drinks. Whiskey, orange juice, red wine, champagne, mineral water, and sherry. Use the types of drink in the table to complete the sentences. The type of drink with the highest percentage of this drug is whiskey. One type of drink that with no drug is mineral water. 2 marks. Okay? Fantastic. Well, we can classify drugs in mostly 2 big groups. Drugs that they are medicinal, so basically they have a function related with health. And then we have others that they are recreative, which they have a function that is basically for fun, okay? And I do fun like this because they are not really that fun, all right? So alcohol is classified as recreational drug. It's not very, very fun. Sugar is recreative. Yes, you could not say that sugar has any medicine property. It's just obviously you need glucose for energy purposes, but that's all. Okay? All right. I will stop marking the test in here. I wanted to show you a little bit how is the process. I hope you could see that whenever we try to mark, we are doing in the... Well, I'm always fair. So I don't feel like I need to explain myself, but at least I could show you how is the process, how it looks like, and how do we go through it. Okay, I have a huge amount of exams to mark. God knows when it is going to finish. I cannot talk on behalf of other teachers. I can only talk on my own. I have never been biased when I'm marking an exam. So yeah, I have never been. I'm looking for this student that wasn't here before. This Ilesia, where did you send me the question? I cannot see it in my Teams. I'm sure. I mean, look, guys, teachers are not perfect. They are human beings like everyone else. They can make mistakes. You need to understand that too. Okay? So teachers can make mistake. It's completely fine. I mean, it can happen. The idea is that it happens the minimum possible. I'm trying to look for this student who sent to me the question, but I see. Wait, sorry, I didn't want to reveal your name. Okay, let me see the question that my lovely A-level student they are sending to me. So the flag that is in the background is the flag of the Lannisters. I don't know if you have watched Game of Thrones. I hope you have not, because it's +18. It's a very violent series, so I hope you haven't watched it. But there is like a family, and one of the families is called the Lannisters, and I'm really fan of the characters of that family. That's why the flag, and also the flag is very cool. It's like a lion, which is the same as the flag of England. Okay, let's see. All right. So these questions that you have sent to me, they require much more preparation. So I will leave them for this week. Is a bit difficult, you know, guys. This week it's a bit complicated because on Wednesday I'm going to watch Lilo and Stitch. Tomorrow I will not do any stream. No idea when I'm gonna find the time. I will try to find the time to solve those questions you have sent to me, but they really require me to sit down in calm environment and solve them. Okay, the test was alright. Not boo. I cannot improvise all the time. I need some time to prepare my lessons, but I promise I will do it, and once I do it, I will send you the image. Okay? Yes, I will try to answer, and if I cannot do them in live, I will send a photo, okay, in our Teams group. I'm checking. Yeah, tomorrow there is no stream. Tomorrow I'm out, okay? There's no stream tomorrow, but tomorrow I have year 13 lesson, so I can solve the question also in my lesson. All right? Okay, guys, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoy the process of marking. I wanted to show you something different. See you back on Wednesday. I think I will have half an hour, 1 hour, maybe, perhaps. Thursday, I'm not sure yet. Definitely Friday, we're going to see again. During the half-term break, I will not be in here. I will be in the United States. I will try to take the laptop with me, but definitely I will not have my cool microphone or my cool camera. I will try to take this camera with me, which is the camera that I use for showing you what I'm writing. Probably the quality is gonna be less. I will try to do some streaming when I'm in the United States, but we will see. Definitely TikTok and Instagram is gonna be sorted, and that's everything from me. I have been in Japan. I recommend everyone to go to Japan, and that's all. Have a lovely evening, guys. See you tomorrow in school and on Wednesday in the next stream. Bye bye.